These testing videos are going to come to an end pretty soon, but as promised, one of the more important tests that I want to do, one, is the Stanley Camp Crock came in. You can see it's quite a bit smaller. It's only 3 quarts, even smaller. But it claims to keep 12 hours hot and 16 hours cold. The cold is not hard to believe. The 12, we'll see about that. As you can see, the Stanley is actually waterproof. Oh, sorry. Let's undo a latch. Let's say you break a latch off. Is it still going to be waterproof? Let's go 2. Look at that. Okay, we got a little, oh. That's it. That's the limit. 2. There's kind of a side-by-side size of the inner pot versus the Stanley. There's kind of a side-by-side. You know, if it's coming down to size, obviously this one's smaller, but you know, I don't know that size is ever going to make or break my decision as far as external dimensions. We've got a snow day, so I'll have time to do some testing. Today's video is brought to you by Devoted Plumbing. What tests am I curious about? First thing, so this really only operates in one way. I'm going to boil some water, put it in there, 2 quarts of water. You know the drill. Put it in here, close it, check the temperature every hour, see how long it stays above 140. This, we've already done that test. We've done almost every test I can think of. What I want to do this time is take room temperature water. This has just been sitting here with corn, the same 2 quarts. Then heat the stone on the stove. Take the stone, put it in the pot, put the room temperature water on there, and see how much it raises from whatever temperature it is. See how much it cooks. The rock is on the stove. We are testing. This is just kind of room temperature here. In in theory, you'd be pulling food out of the fridge to heat it, but I'm going to assume it's got to room temperature. We seem to be just under 80 degrees. 2 quarts of water at a rolling boil. Let's pour that in there. It's in there. It is 9:15 a.m. We're just at an hour. Let's see how hot this is. Oh, I don't know if there's a vacuum seal. Let's see. Open it. Oh, yeah. I'll show you that here in a second. Let's first get a temp. Oh, man, that water's hot. I stuck my finger in it. That is toasty. Just over 180. So yeah, here in the middle of this lid, there's a little button flap. You can lift it up, and that will release the pressure. So I heated the stone, but the water temperature was right at around 80 degrees, give or take, something like that. Let's give this a little stir. This has climbed to 130. Man, it keeps fogging up the camera. It's not quite 140, which is, as you know, outside of the temperature danger zone, or inside the temperature danger. Oh, we're right at 2 hours. That didn't steam at all. Let's put it back down though. Come on. it's warm. Just under 170. I don't think we can squeak out 170. If we hold the thermometer this way, yeah, just under 170. All right. I highly doubt this is going to be any hotter than it was. It wasn't even hitting 140. Just over 130. This has a little hook there, so it's supposed to hook like that, just so you know. So you don't have to set it in the dirt or whatever. It is 12:15. So I think that puts us at 3 hours. Pretty close to 160. Yeah, I would say right about 160 or so. $120. Even if it was $125, it's still not good enough. So the stone seems to be a pretty good indicator. Yeah. What I've noticed through these testing is that whatever the stone temperature is a pretty good indicator of what the temperature inside the pot's going to be. And so, yeah, we're looking at 123. Almost 150. It is 2:15. Yeah, maybe just barely over 140. Good to go. All right. That concludes the majority of the testing I am going to be doing. Rockpot, absolute fail. You cannot not heat your food before you use it. Like, it's just not going to work. The Stanley stayed hot a lot longer than, well, obviously than the Rockpot, even initially. But I think it would keep hot, you know, if you were using actual, like, not just water, it would, you know, actual food. It'd probably stay hot, you know, another hour or so, give or take. So, you know, those are my tests. Somebody was asking about pasta and if it would overcook pasta, and I may try that the next time I go to cook some spaghetti or something. Maybe I'll throw it in the rock pot and see how long it cooks and how well it cooks it without overcooking it.